What is going on, my Houston family? Some great news to finally talking about. The great one, Andre Johnson, is now a finalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year, and it is much deserved. When you're talking about number 80, some of the huge plays that stand out, right? The huge catch against the Washington Commanders to tie the game. That came at the 2-minute warning. A big play for the Houston Texans. They won that game in overtime by a field goal. I remember Gary Kubiak not being able to look at the field goal as it was going through the uprights. You talk about the Cortland Finnegan situation where he beat the absolute dog shit out of him, but he warned the refs. He said, hey, number 31's getting in my face. Nonetheless, he absolutely just manhandled him, beat the hell out of him, got suspended. I was at Rey de Pollo when that happened. Shout out to Rey de Pollo down there by Almeida. The whole establishment was going crazy. We've never seen Andre Johnson act out on this, right? He's been the quiet assassin, someone who's not really gonna talk the big game, but just show you that I'm the best every single Sunday. And it was crazy to see him act like that. And hey, after that, Andre Johnson he was already a legend there, but just solidified one after that whole thing, because the Tennessee Titans, a much hated rival for the Houston Texans. But the question with Andre Johnson was, how good could he have been with a quarterback? And let's look at the guys that were throwing to him. Ken Dorsey, Rex Grossman, Tom Savage, David Carr, Tony Banks, Sage Rosenfels, TJ Yates, Jay Delhomme, Matt Leinart, Matt Schaub, Case Keenum, Ryan Mallett, and Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the list just goes on and on when he was a member of the Houston Texans. And during those playoff years, right, that 2008 to 2015 run where he was just unstoppable. This team was very, very good at the time, right? We just didn't have a quarterback. Let's look at some of the stats he had. So pretty much as soon as he became a Houston Texan, he was just the man. In his second year, 2004, 1,100 yards. But I want to point out 2008 to 2013, because that was when the Houston Texans started to make their playoff berth. They started to make some noise, right? 1,575 yards, 1,569 yards, 1,216 yards. In 2011, he gets hurt, still has almost 500 yards. But in 2012 and 2013, 1,598 and 14.7. Absolutely crazy numbers for Andre Johnson. And when that whole Peyton Manning thing happened, I was screaming, give Andre Johnson Peyton Manning and look exactly what he could do. But nonetheless, man, Andre Johnson, there's really not enough good things you could say about him. Did a lot of things for the city. His career stats: 14,815 yards, 70 touchdowns, and 1,062 catches. Have yourself a career, Andre Johnson. Me personally watching you grow up, it just made me fall in love with football. You knew the Houston Texans at some times weren't going to be good, but you tuned in to watch one of the best wide receivers in the NFL play. And that was Andre Johnson. And when the Texans started to get rolling and they started to sneak into the playoffs, and at one point they were 10-1, you were just so happy for Andre Johnson, because this is what he deserves. He spent the first part of his career just getting absolutely just manhandled every single Sunday. And initially, one of my favorite players didn't get a ring. Nonetheless, man, it just goes to show you that you need a team, you need a coach, you need everything perfect to win in this National Football League. But nonetheless, Andre Johnson, he is a finalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I definitely hope he gets in. Next will be J.J. Watt. But you guys let me know how y'all feel about number 80. As always, go Texans. You have a very blessed day.